Good morning, everyone. It's Thursday and it's been another weigh-in day. Um, this week I lost 5.7 pounds. So when I got back from my holidays, I had a 6.8 gain and I stuck to the plan. I did 26 points every day, never used any of my weeklies plus any extra activity that I earned. I didn't use any of those points, and that's what got me my 5.7 pound loss. Very excited about that because the weight, I was afraid of such a big weight gain and then trying to get it off when it's so hard to get off with these last few pounds. So I was happy about that. But you need to keep in mind, I know some people think it's a big loss in just a week, and it is, but I went from, when I was on holidays, from eating foods that wasn't prepared by myself, so it's a much more higher salt content and fast food style food. So I mean, I went from that extreme right to another extreme of eating mostly like vegetables and fruits and salads and lean meats and stuff like that, and drinking a lot of water, and plus the temperature change. Probably I might have been retaining fluid when I was in Florida because of the humidity and stuff. So all these things probably played a huge part in this loss. I do not expect a big loss like this next week. And nor do I mean, I've been doing Weight Watchers for 2 years, and I only remember one other time that I lost over 5 pounds in 1 week. So that's it must have been a lot of sodium, and I don't know, that's what I'm saying. It was a lot of fluid retention. And I did weigh in pretty much the day after flying, so that also plays a part of fluid retention as well. So anyways, I'm glad I'm now back down to 156.8 pounds. So I'm 1.1 pound away from my pre-holiday weight, and that makes me happy. I probably will use some of my weeklies this week. Probably today I'll use some. Like I said, last week I didn't use any at all. So, and I plan on using them, I think, if I'm going to have a barbecue, and whatever. Okay, so let's get right to the questions. I have a lot of questions, and I'll start with one about holiday weight gain and do I regret it. No, I don't regret it. I don't regret anything that I do in life. It's just kind of like my motto. I've always said that throughout my whole life. I say I never regret anything. Everything that I do, I wanted to do it at the time, so therefore I don't regret it. I own up to it, and that's it. In saying that, I was very stressed out the first week that I got down to Florida about my food, and I was stressed out before I left. So when it's hard to make decisions or choices that you can make home, and you kind of have to adapt your situation, and I knew that eating chicken fingers and french fries, I was probably not, is not a good choice. And after so many meals of eating at restaurants and having desserts every night, that you're going to have a gain on the scale. You just can't go and expect to lose weight when you eat the way that that I was eating down there. So I don't know, I really enjoyed my time, and I love food and I love to eat. So I really enjoyed getting to make these, getting to have these meals that I wouldn't normally have at home. So, I mean, I love sweet potato fries, but when I was down there, I had them and they were deep fried. So that was a whole new experience, and I really enjoyed that experience when I had it. So I enjoyed everything that I did have. I mean, I had creme brulee for the first time. I've never had creme brulee before. So all these, it was an experience, and it's not one that I'm going to have again anytime soon. So I mean, you know what? I ate it, I gained the weight, and now I'm doing what I have to do to get it back off. So no, I don't regret it. I really enjoyed my time and enjoyed the foods that I ate, and that's it. Life moves on. Just got everything on my phone. I'm going to talk about self-image now. And somebody asked me, when I look in the mirror, what do I see? And this is a great question. Well, they're always all good questions, but it's funny because I'd been speaking to somebody about this not that long ago. As you all know, I know some of you knew me when I was 300 pounds, and then some of you are just getting in on my journey now. So I was a big girl. I was always on the heavier side. Like, I always said I was big boned. I mean, I don't ever remember being as small as I am now, even during high school. So I was always on the heavier side. I was known for my big legs, and I always said it was because of figure skating that I had big legs. I don't know. So I lost this weight, and I look in the mirror at myself. Some days I see a girl that I don't recognize, this face right here, and it looks weird to me. And then there's some days that I forget that I had lost all this weight, and I look in the mirror and who is she? I still don't own a full-length mirror, so when I go and try on clothes, it's like I don't recognize my body. I really need to get a mirror. But I don't recognize who, from my waist up or my waist down. I don't really know what it looks like. So it's some days when I look down at myself, I see really big legs still, and I see a really big belly, and it's just the way, I guess, that our mind works. And I know everybody will find flaws about themselves, and I think with such an extreme weight loss, there's more to it than just the physical weight loss. Your mind needs to wrap around everything that's happening, because my mind still is starting to catch up now, but the first 100 pounds, it was just very, very overwhelming. And I always say, or I have always said, I lost 100 pounds in a year. And I'm coming up on my second year anniversary. And I'm 36 pounds lighter than I was this time last year. Which, in a year, it doesn't seem like very much. And I always say that is helping my mind catch up to my new body. And, I really think that it's helped me adjust to this new body, and even to the way people treat me, because people treat you totally different when you're 300 pounds to when you are 160 pounds. And you might not realize it, but you really do. You get looked at differently, you get treated differently, you get talked to differently. But yeah, sometimes I struggle still with self-image, and I'm much more self-conscious. Even though I'm more confident, I'm more aware of my body now. Maybe because I'm not covering it up with clothing so much, or I'm not wearing sweatshirts all the time, and I'm actually wearing clothes that fit me now. I don't know if that, has anything to do with it, but yeah, for sure. Some days, some days I know who I am when I look in the mirror, and other days I don't. Other days I still have my days where I feel like I'm 300 pounds, and I know that people probably won't like to hear me say that, and I don't like to hear myself say that, but sometimes I do. Sometimes I really do feel that way, and I try not to make it last long because it's not a healthy mind frame to be in.